is Prometheus giving you it's got to be my last breakdown for 2015. I'm actually going to break down one more formation in the Buccaneers playbook. This is the wing trips week. I've been labbing this scheme with all my MUT solo challenges, so you'll see this in action soon against a live MUT opponent. This is the wing trips week formation, and basically let's take a look at the plays that we're going to be running. The base run I'm going to have is going to be halfback power. I'll be able to call that because there's really only the other run play is the halfback mid draw. And the base offensive play that I'm going to use, the pass play is going to be the doubles in. I have two quick adjustments. Now my set audibles are going to be the following audibles, which is going to be the play action slot cross, really good man zone beater. And we have the 4 verticals or 4 verts, which is good to hit my opponent at other levels. And then the other one is going to be the curl flats, which has multiple ways I can attack the field. So let's take a look at the base. I'm not going to show the run plays at all. I'm just going to go into the pass plays just for the sake of this tutorial. So we're going to use the doubles in as my base play. Alright, so on the doubles in, basically I'm going to make 2 adjustments. I'm going to take Evans, which is my slot receiver, and put him on a deep curl route. And I'm going to take a Martin and actually put him on a fly route, which is a little out and up. Now, I'm going to basically make 2 quick, easy reads, and then there'll be a third read if it's necessary. But I find that this play will pretty much eat up about 80%, 90% of the defenses until I actually get into some kind of buzz coverages. With my defenses is when I actually run into some problems. Now my first read is going to be over here. I'm going to look at the red route, which is going to be the curl route. I'm going to watch my defender to see if he falls, if he actually turns his back to me. If he turns his back, I know that's going to be man coverage. I'm going to do a pass leak down and pick up an easy 10 yards. My next read is actually going to be the tight end. He's got this unique little route that's kind of like an in route, and then he goes flat. He actually will blow up any kind of man coverage and will actually blow up majority of the zone coverages on the crossing route. He should be able to go ahead and hit the outside. And if there's a buzz defender in the area, I'm already looking at my tight end. I can either hit the wide receiver or the running back in the seam or the deep comeback route. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the hitch route. I'm going to hit that against man coverage if I see the defender's back. Let's take a look at this in instant replay. Alright, so I'm going to basically watch his play, and if my defender gives my back to me, I know I can actually go ahead and do a pass lead down, and it's an easy reception to pick up an easy 10 yards with Jackson. So once again, make my adjustments, and this time it is zone coverage, and I've got that crossing route by the tight end. I can sometimes throw in the coverage like that, but that would be the next progression. So with that, I also got that deep comeback route that I can actually hit at the next level, but I'm really not going to look for that. I'm going to be looking in the seams against my opponent with this play. So this is a nice little play with easy reads against your opponent that you can actually pick up some pretty easy yards and force your opponent to defend the seams. Alright, so the next play in my audible set is going to be curls flats, and this is not a play that I'm going to constantly call, but it actually is a good play to actually go hit my opponent at the next level. So with curl flats, what I like to do is make the following adjustments. I like to go ahead and take the tight end and put him on a fade route if I'm obviously outside of the end zone. And I also want to take Jackson and put him on a drag route. And that gives me a read underneath in case my opponent actually is in some kind of a zone coverage that I can actually make a fairly easy read. My progressions are actually going to be on the left side this time. I'm going to watch basically what happens with Murphy over here and see where he falls to. Now if he just runs straight up and comes back, that means I've got man coverage and can do a pass lead down. If he runs inwards and comes and settles in into the inward curl route, that means I've got multiple choices. I can actually hit Jackson going across the field on the drag route, or I've got Evans actually doing the deep post, and depending if my opponent is in some kind of a cover 2 shell, I can hit the tight end. This running back route essentially is just a clear out route. I don't actually look for it. So my first read is going to be Murphy. So with this, there's actually some kind of a zone, and I'm able to go ahead and hit Murphy immediately because the defender actually comes out to actually take away the running back. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and read Murphy again. And as you can see right here, I've got the clear out with the zone with Jackson. I can dump it down over the middle to go ahead and pick up pretty easy yards like that. And occasionally you got that deep crossing route, and you actually can go ahead and hit your opponent over the middle with that. That's a nice little seam or area to go ahead and hit your opponent at the next level if he starts cheating down and trying to take away some of your little shots. And then you've got the seam route with the tight end. I force the ball in there, but that'd be another progression you can do. But really my focus of the play is going to be Murphy. I'm going to look at Murphy right away. I'm not going to actually force anything additional. Murphy is going to be my initial read, especially when I'm going to go ahead and be able to hit balls like that. So this is a nice little breakdown of this play. So let's take a look at the next play. Alright, so the next play is going to be the 4 verticals, and this is really going to force me to make several different adjustments. Now I've actually went and made tried to make a couple different adjustments on this particular play to see what the best setup is with it. What I like to do is I like to take Evans and put him in a flat. And then I'm going to take Murphy and put him on a slant route, and then I'm going to block my running back to give me 6 blockers. So this is kind of a levels concept with a backside deep post. Really my reads are going to be the following. I'm going to go ahead and look at Murphy once again. I'm going to see if my defender follows him or doesn't. Okay, if the defender follows him, I know I've got man coverage. Then basically what I can do is I can immediately go ahead and expect to be able to hit Murphy over the middle against man coverage to pick up a good 10 or 15 yards if he gets the break away from the defender. If Murphy does not get followed and that corner floats off to the backside, my next read is going to be the right side of the field is going to be Evans to see if a defender falls into the flat with Evans. Now, if the defender falls in the flat with Evans, I'm going to go ahead and look back up for Murphy to go ahead and check up and hit him. And generally, if a defender's falling down the Evans areas to actually defend him, that means Murphy should be wide open. Now, also with man coverage, if a defender actually is covering Murphy, he's got inside coverage. I know I've got Safarian Jenkins, the tight end, on the backside I can actually get hit. So there's many different areas I feel I can actually hit, but this actually is a very easy way to actually pop my opponent for easy yards. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Once again, defender does not fall in the area. I've got the crossing route right there with Murphy able to go ahead and pick up some good yards as they float. Alright, so I've got the flat wide open, and I'm going to go ahead and take that easy 5 or 6 yards on that play, primarily because it's going to force my opponent to cover the flats. And if you keep beating your opponent up with flats plays, they're going to have a hard time with it. And then you've got this deep crossing route over by the tight end that actually can fit. I actually forced that ball in there and made a user play, but that's something that's really good against man coverage if your opponent starts focusing on the other side of the field. So this is a nice little play that you can go ahead and hit your opponent with just to force them to just defend a lot of different areas of the field, which would be the right side of the field. So let's take a look at the last play of this formation that I like to run. Alright, so the last play of this formation is the play action slot cross. What I like about this play is that once again I'm attacking my opponent at different areas of the field than I would be with the other plays that I'm selecting. So one of the things I like to do is I want to go ahead, first and foremost, is I want to go ahead and cancel out the play action. What I do is I'll go ahead and just take Martin and actually put him in the block. And I'm going to go ahead and complement my deep dig route by Jackson on the far end side. I'm going to put a whip route. Evans essentially is clearing out the zone. He's not really going to be a read. I'm really going to make two reads. I'm going to look off to the left side. I'm going to see what happens with the defender with Murphy Jr. If it is man coverage, Murphy Jr. will always beat that man to the outside and get an easy 5 or 6 yards, 10 yards, first down on that particular play. It's going to beat man coverage. If it's a cover 3 blitz, once again he'll be wide open. Is when it's a cover 3 or some kind of a flat zone or some kind of a yellow zone, that's when you got to really start worrying yourself. If the defender that's over Murphy basically starts floating around a little bit, I'll go ahead and stay away and look at my next check down. Now my next check down is essentially going to be the tight end, which is going to be Safarian Jenkins doing the little whip route. I'm going to see if the defender is actually cheating down to the whip route. If the defender comes down to the whip route, what I'm going to be doing is going to be popping up Vincent Jackson on the dig route. So basically it's going to be 2 quick progressions. I'm going to look to the left, see if it's open against man coverage or cover 3. Then I'm going to go back to the right and do a high-low concept. Evans is just pulling defenders out of the area, so I'm not really actually looking to hit him at all. Alright, so right here, easy first down right there. It looks like it was just a zone coverage, but I can pick up those yards easy with that route. Easy play to set up. And then I've got the dig route that I can pick up pretty easy yards, especially with a downward pass. I'm going to pick up 10 yards with that. And I also got the defender in the flat that I can actually check up to. The defender actually came down and then came back up again, so that's why I went ahead and went into that play. So this is going to be an offense I'm going to sprinkle into my MUT play. What I really like about it is the versatility of this offense. It allows me to go ahead and hit my opponent with a draw play, and actually it does have a lot of other great plays that I can use against my opponent. So I hope you like this this play breakdown. I really appreciate your support. Hit that like button if you like these breakdowns, and look for my next MUT game. I'll be showing the scheme live in action. Once again, to my supporters and my subscribers, I appreciate your support. Until next time.